Deep within a sun-dappled forest, beside a lake as clear as glass, lived Temba the tortoise. He was old, his shell weathered by countless seasons, but his eyes, like pools of liquid amber, held the wisdom of 1,000 lifetimes. The animals of the forest, the playful otters, the chattering monkeys, the majestic deer, all respected Temba deeply. They often sought his counsel, his calm demeanor a soothing balm to their worries. One day, a strange silence fell upon the forest. The once familiar symphony of chirping birds and rustling leaves was replaced by an unsettling quiet. The air, usually thick with the scent of blooming wildflowers, grew dry and heavy. The animals, their throats parched and their hearts filled with a growing unease, knew something was wrong. The lake, their lifeblood, was shrinking. Word of the drought spread like wildfire through the forest. Panic-stricken whispers rustled through the leaves as the animals gathered for an emergency council by the dwindling lake. Their reflections, once vibrant and full of life, were now distorted and faint in the shallow water. Fear hung heavy in the air, palpable and suffocating. All eyes turned to Temba, his wise and patient gaze a beacon of hope in the gathering darkness.
We must find a new water source. Let us journey beyond the Great Willow to the riverlands we've heard whispers of.
His suggestion was met with a murmur of agreement from some, their fear fueling a desire for immediate action.
No, we must conserve what little water we have left. Each drop is precious. We must ration, starting now.
The debate raged on, each animal proposing their own solution, their voices growing louder, their arguments more heated, but their desperation only fueled the chaos, their fear threatening to tear them apart. Temba, observing the escalating situation with a heavy heart, knew he had to intervene. "My friends," Temba's voice, though soft, carried across the clearing, silencing the cacophony. "Despair will not quench our thirst, nor will it replenish our lake." He paused, letting his words sink in. "Have you heard the tale of the little bird and the pond?" he asked, his gaze sweeping over the assembled animals. Intrigued, the animals settled down, their anxiety momentarily forgotten. They had all heard tales of Temba's wisdom, but none had heard this one before. A hush fell over the clearing as Temba began his story. A tiny bird determined to empty a vast pond with only her beak tirelessly carried pebbles one by one, dropping them into the water. The other animals laughed, mocking her seemingly futile efforts. Temba continued, his voice low and steady.
But the little bird, undeterred, continued her task.
Days turned into weeks, and slowly, pebble by pebble, the water level began to recede.
Finally, the pond was empty, revealing a hidden spring beneath.
The bird, through her unwavering patience and determination, had achieved what seemed impossible.
Temba looked at each of the animals, his gaze filled with a quiet strength.
We may be facing a difficult time, but we are not alone.
We must work together, like the little bird, each doing our part, no matter how small it may seem.
Inspired by Temba's tale, a sense of hope began to blossom in the hearts of the animals.
They realized the wisdom in his words.
The stag, humbled, offered to lead patrols to prevent water wastage.
The owl, her sharp eyes now gleaming with determination, volunteered to scout for any hidden springs.
The wisdom of the wild. And so life in the forest returned to its harmonious rhythm, forever changed by the drought. The animals, their hearts filled with gratitude and a newfound appreciation for their interconnectedness, continued to live by the lessons they had learned. They passed down the tale of the little bird and the pond from one generation to the next, a timeless reminder of the power of patience, unity, and the enduring wisdom of the wild.